Hello, my Gemini friends. This is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I'm here with you guys today for your new moon in Aries tarot card reading. So this is for my Gemini sun, moon, and rising signs, and it's going to cover the period from March 24th until April 6th. These are strange times indeed, and I want to let you guys know how much I really appreciate you being here with me today. I got a couple of pick a piles out there for you guys, interactive tarot card readings. One is about love, one is just kind of about dealing with some of the sudden changes that we are confronted with during the response to the COVID crisis, and those are both readings. There are, I think, about 8 messages total there. Those are just messages that had to get out before I got to my new moon readings this time. If you guys are new to the channel, I get these readings out to you guys every new and full moon with certain important planetary transits, and then of course pick a piles as I am guided to, and then other channel messages. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm very glad that you found me today. I am a Gemini moon, so I feel like I really connect with Geminis on this channel. Geminis have shown me so much support just with views and likes, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys for that today. All right, so since these are strange times, and by the way, you guys, happy astrological new year. The sun just moved into Aries. This is a new moon in Aries coming up, and so ultimately here's my goal. As always, I want to bring you guys messages of healing, hope, comfort, and clarity. But this time I really want to work on empowerment, because Aries is that kind of energy. It's emperor energy. It's about taking control of a situation. All right, so a lot of us have just kind of been trying to ground ourselves as we respond to all of the sudden changes, cancellations, shutdowns, alterations in our daily lives. All right, so now we just had 222. Now what the energy that I want to focus on in this readings is how can we take control of what the new normal is going to look like. How much of an effect can we have on that? So today I'm going to do a John Dee Oracle reading. It comes from a deck that is inspired by John Dee. He was a literal Renaissance man back in the 1600s, worked for 15 and 16s. He worked for Queen Elizabeth, was her court astrologer. A really interesting character. The reason why I'm using his oracle deck today is for a couple different reasons. One is that it looks at multiple areas of life. So today we're going to be looking at work and external influences, health and well-being, your intentions or direction at this time, and then finally love and inspiration. And the way that this reading is prescribed by the book, all right? I'm doing an adaptation of it where I am going to be using some oracle cards, and we're going to be clarifying with tarot. But each of these cards has a different meaning. Pardon my throat. Wow. Has a different meaning based on what area of life it's referring to, and poses a question to you, to us, that we're going to explore a little further with tarot. And my goal in that is really leaving you feeling like you know how to move forward, what you can do to take control of the situation moving forward. So in addition to just kind of being here for you guys and looking at what energies are in the air for this time period, I really want to leave you guys with a feeling of empowerment today, okay? So thank you so much for being here. Again, these are collective readings, so if the whole thing does not resonate with you, take with you what does, all right? You got to let your inner intuition guide you as far as that goes. If for some reason this doesn't resonate with you, check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. And then, of course, information is below. If you would like to hit me up for a personal reading, I do have 25% off my rates that are listed below until the end of March. All right. So we are going, wow, didn't I say intuition? I just need to learn how to speak. All right. I got my kyanite here. All right, let's do this. Geminis, I'm beginning. This center card of this spread represents where is your harmony? Where does your harmony lie? How can you center yourself at this time? And the card that I got for you is intuition. Okay? I really want you to focus on that picture. Okay? Because you see how her third eye is lit up? Do you see how her throat is, gosh, I'm going to say almost gilded. Okay? And then she has this amulet over her heart. Okay? And then she's divinely guided with that bird on her shoulder. So this is somebody whose upper chakras, their heart, their throat, their third eye are really, really, you're in an opportunity where you can really connect to spirit at this time. Okay? Mercury is direct, but it's still in Pisces. All right? And Mercury rules Gemini. So please understand, it's super duper expected for you guys to have pretty easy access to your intuitive space at this time. And I really feel like it would behoove you, it would really benefit you guys at this time to make use of that as much as possible. All right? Because you're going to find yourself kind of being aware of changes before they even happen. Okay? And actually, here's what's kind of crazy. You're going to find yourself prepared for opportunities in a way that you didn't expect, is the feeling that I'm getting here. All right. So there's your overarching energy. I'm going to go ahead and pull, like I said, a card from the John D. Oracle. And we have 4 compass directions here. Each one is watched over, is protected by a different archangel. So I am going to call upon those as we draw a card for each of these. Then I'm going to go to the deck to clarify each card, get the message from them, and then go a little deeper into each card with the tarot. All right. So I am calling upon general incantation, divine spirits of love and light. Thank you so much for being here today. Archangels, ancestors, allies, and guides, thank you so much for the ability to channel a message for clarity, guidance, hope, comfort for my Gemini collective at this time. Okay. But we're calling specifically upon Archangel Uriel for a card representing a good question for Gemini to ask themselves right now regarding work and external influences. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. We've got John D. He is the red historian. Historians are about looking for patterns, all right? We're going to call upon Archangel Raphael and the Oracle of the East for a message regarding health and well-being. Ooh, the astrologer, William Lilly. Astrologers are really about looking towards the future. So I feel like this is looking at your health moving forward, like maybe even making changes to your health regimen. The Silver Magus, you guys, Merlin, calling upon Archangel Michael, and of course his Sword of Truth. For the Oracle of the South, this is your intention and directions. And you guys, you have the Magician. This has been coming up in this position a lot, just to say kind of exactly what I said before. Mars is going through, now by the way, the Magician in tarot is Mercury. All right. And that's your ruler. So Geminis often have this really magical ability to manifest what is in their thoughts without even realizing it. The only issue is that Gemini thought patterns can, like, trust me, I'm a Gemini moon. They're so active that it can be hard to sustain your attention and energy on one thing long enough to manifest it. So I have a feeling that might come up when we get deeper into that. All right. Just as I was mentally calling upon Archangel Gabriel and the Oracle of the West to find a card for love and inspiration, we got this Silver Alchemist, Ramon. You guys, I can't say his name. He is from Spain. I looked him up. But it starts and ends with a double L. What are you supposed to do? It's an L-Y. Okay? I can't. I'm freaking out. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to call him Ramon. Raymond Lowell. That's the whitest way to say that possible. Ramon Lowell. I know I'm goofing it up, but I don't know how to say it. Let's go into this. All right. We're going back, of course, to work and influences, Geminis. You've got John D. himself, the namesake of this oracle. All right. in this deck, there are the 4 colors that represent the 4 elements that are basic to alchemy. Sorry, I needed a lot of water, okay? And then there are 8 archetypes, okay? So things like the historian, the astrologer, the magist, the alchemist, mathematician, physician, etc., etc. So each of them has a different approach to life. Oh, do you know what? I said that he was the astrologer, and I'm wrong. This is the red historian. You guys, I love this because okay, this guy served Queen Elizabeth I, okay? If you know me, you know I'm a great big history nerd. If you know me very, very well, you know I'm a great, great, great big nerd about Queen Elizabeth I, all right? Because she essentially planted the seeds for what would become the British Empire. I don't agree with the way things went, but in the beginning, I think it was really super cool because this guy, all right, the historian is about looking for patterns in life. This guy, what he did is he went through all of the family trees of all of Elizabeth's ancestors and was like, yo, I think we have a claim to some of this land that we're not currently claiming. And I think we can begin to build an empire just based on your family record. Some of you guys actually, okay, I'm not going to dive right into that, but I'm going to say this. If you've heard me talk about ancestral inheritances or past life inheritances, for some of you guys, you're stepping into a phase in your life where you really just kind of get to collect on a really good karma from the past, either from you or your loved ones in the past. All right, so I'm just going to do this. Red historian, let's see what question, message and question is posed by the book. All right, Archangel Uriel says, don't get too bogged down in the minutia of living, as this day-to-day bowl stuff is simply a distraction. The great events of your life will stand out, as do the turning points in history. Reflect on the shape of your life to date and see if this suggests new directions ahead. If you feel stuck or listless, it could be that it's time for a change. Even the smallest alteration can bring relief in all kinds of ways. Archangel Uriel asks, what kind of changes do you think you might need? You guys, I'm really excited about that. I'm going to smudge up these cards real quick because my charcoal's ready. All right. And then I'd like to clarify this with the Crow Tarot, all right? So the feeling that I get, you guys, is you're at a point in your life where a sudden change in work, well, it's unexpected and it might cause a little bit of instability and insecurity, maybe even some anxiety. I feel like it's not the worst thing for you guys at this point in time. Gemini are kind of like a jack of all trades kind of people. So it may be that you're at a point where you've got to create some kind of new beginning and you're thinking that it doesn't have to be like your past. It doesn't have to look exactly like, oops, I dropped my book, what you were doing in the past. I just want to make that a little more centered, okay? So let me get a couple more shuffles and we're going to look closer. Why does he look like Donald Rumsfeld to me? I don't know. You guys, am I right? If he had a big old bluegrass beard. Is that who that is, or is that Rudy Giuliani? I'm thinking of Rudy Giuliani. Why does he look like Rudy? I can't say the name. Rudy Giuliani. Anyways, my mind is wandering. Typical Gemini thing. All right. Going to the Crow Tarot, let's see if we can't get a little more info on this question here. Archangel Uriel asks, what changes do you think you might need at this time in your life? We have the Queen of Wands. To me, that really represents somebody who is very, very not even cautious, conscious of where their energy is going. Okay? Yes, I'm feeling that right now. All right. This is probably breaking free of some sort of institution, some sort of structure. Oof. Look, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords reversed, and then we have the Ace of Cups reversed. All right. So what changes do you think you might need in your life at this time? The Queen of Wands, the Hierophant reversed, and you guys, the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. Some of you guys, to me, this is a card of taking back your power. What changes do you need at this time? Well, however you move forward, you want to do so from a more powerful place. Okay. Or just a place where, I don't know how to explain it. I actually went into this in one of my other readings that I did today. I was talking about how I ended up leaving my job behind literally like a week before the new school semester started. And ultimately the reason why is because I wasn't effective. I wasn't effective at work, and I wasn't effective in my home life because the situation that I was trying to make work, I was giving away little bits of my power left and right. All of my energy, all of my, just really my inspiration, my ability to do anything effectively and powerfully. I was giving that away, and I had to bring it all back home. This is the energy that I'm getting with this Queen of Wands for you, Gemini. And I love that there are two lions here, because Gemini are the kind of people that, like, we can be of two minds. All right. So in other words, you can be like, oh my God, I hate my job, but at the same time, I love it every day. Right. But I feel like you're coming from a place where you're like, I really don't like my job, and I don't like it on a day-to-day basis. All right. So definitely, I feel like you guys are going to be breaking out of like some sort of contract. The Hierophant represents institutions. It could be programs of learning, could be contracts, corporations, churches, schools, who knows what. All right. But whatever you've been working on, it is not really making you happy. It's emptying your cup. Some of you guys are in a profession of service, like human health and services, and it's really, really draining because the system is so broken. Do you know what I mean? You're in a position to help people, but the system is so broken that you're giving all your power away and not affecting any of the change that you showed up to create. I resonate with that so much right now. You guys have no idea. All right. So that's what you guys are going through when it comes to work and influences. I think the advice there is really, really look at ways that you can bring your power back to you and use it in a way to do something that's in alignment with your values, because that's another thing. When the Hierophant shows up reversed, you guys might be on board with the mission, but not the way in which it's being implemented. Does that make sense? Like, but I've always wanted to help people. All right, but do you work for an organization that sucks at letting you do that? Maybe it's time to think of another way forward. Okay. For some of you guys, this actually is talking about a commitment, like maybe a marriage or a long-term committed relationship. But I want you to see what's going on right now. And the Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, which means that you still aren't seeing this opportunity. But that's what I want to invite you guys to do at this time. To see this as an opportunity to bring your power back to you. Release yourself from any contracts that are not serving you and allowing you to keep your cup full at this time. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move on now to the Red Astrologer, William Lilly. Astrologers are about looking towards the future. William Lilly, by the way, was an astrologer in London at the time of Shakespeare and Queen Elizabeth. When he shows up in the East, here's his message. You need to devote attention to every aspect of your life, including health and well-being. So do not neglect this at this time, Gemini. We're basically walking brains, all right? So don't forget we're attached to a body. Those bodies can suffer from stress and anxiety as well. And also breaks in our normal routines. You guys, they're giving me a really strong message, and it's actually for me as well. Take your meds, all right? You guys, cultivate a really good relationship with your spirit guides. And I'm not lying to you. They will remind you to take your medicine. That is a very real thing in my life, okay? Don't lose track of meeting your basic physical needs at this time is, I think, what's really important. Neglecting any one part can lead to a general detriment, and you may find yourself getting drawn more and more deeply into a position from which it is increasingly hard to recover. If there are things in your life that you've let slide, now is the time to attend to them and to be open to the repercussions of ignoring significant signs. So Archangel Raphael asks, when it comes to your health and well-being, why neglect signs that show you the way? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a peek at what signs. Ace of Wands. You guys, why are all these aces coming out? I love it, Geminis. I love it, love it. If this reading's resonating with you so far, definitely hit that like button before you go. Subscribe, share, send it to a friend. I really, really, really appreciate you being here. But you guys, leave a comment because, you know, we're Geminis. We need to talk to people, okay? So let's just be there for each other at this time. Say whatever you want to say in the comments. As long as it's positive, it is welcome, okay? So, and if you need help, say so. Reach out and we're going to be here for you, all right? That's what Gemini Gang is all about, okay? So, are you maybe ignoring or letting some things slide right now when it comes to your health and well-being? Yes, you guys, this is what I was saying. Three of Cups reversed, Hermit reversed. Okay, now listen, Gemini is an air sign, but this Three of Cups is a Gemini energy to me because it's about the third house. It's about community. It's about friendship. It's about just being around people. All right? I'm going to put, well, no, I'll take it, okay? Because we have the Queen of Wands up here, remember? I've got the King of Wands came out down here, all right? So here's what's happening. I honestly feel like there is a lack of sufficient mental activity for our Geminis going on at this time. Don't argue with me. If you're on lockdown somewhere, you can't talk to people face to face. That is a real thing. All right. You guys, I felt so bad. This lady was walking by the other day and she waved, and you know, I've been on not lockdown. I was on spring break and then they closed the schools. So I've been home quite a bit for the last couple of weeks, and she stopped and we were just chatting across my yard and it was great. But then she just kept chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting and getting closer and closer and closer until she was literally like 3 feet away from me, and I did not know how to turn the mouth off, okay? She was so sweet and so friendly, and I realized that she just needed somebody to talk to. I thought to myself in that moment, probably a Gemini. All right? So I understand exactly how it is. This Hermit reverse, this is not a comfortable, you're not asking to go within, so you're not necessarily happy with having to go within, all right? So Temperance. Ooh, I like this because this King of Wands is about not just holding on to your power, but like, how do I say what I want to say here? This is maybe taking a little bit of a leadership role, all right? Some of you guys are just going through absolute withdrawal. You need to be able to bring people together, and you need to be able to do so in a safe and constructive way. Okay, because you're trying to temper your need for social interaction with your obligation for social distancing. You guys, here's what I decided. There's a link. Maybe I don't know. I'll hint to it below in the description box, okay? There's just a link I found. Actually, some of my high school students showed me this. It's an online version of Cards Against Humanity. So I decided to organize an online game night with my friends tonight. So at 10 o'clock, we're all going to be at home, drinks in hand, and we're going to have an online game night. And we're just going to laugh. We're going to share. We're going to be goofy. We're going to get together. For your health and well-being, you guys, I think that is exactly what you're being asked to do. I also want to make sure that you're not overindulging in any substances, because the Three of Cups reverse can indicate that as well, especially when he's paired with the Hermit reverse. That can kind of mean like, I don't really want to go talk to the feelings right now, so I'm just going to talk to the bottle instead. All right? Watch out for that kind of energy. Let's keep it moving, Gemini. This Silver Magus, Merlin, did I tell you it's Merlin? Yes. Merlin, and I think Vivian is her name. All right. The Magus is all about being a creator. All right. So let's see what Merlin has to say to us when he is in the position of the South, guided by Archangel Michael. This is about our intentions and directions. Recognizing the true direction in which you want to move can sometimes be harder than expected. You may find yourself traveling a road you'd rather not be on, right? Because you're giving all your power away. It can be difficult to switch direction, especially later in life. For some of you guys, all of these changes are an obvious exit ramp, and you're not really sure if you're going to see another one for a while. Your innate abilities of perception and balance are such that if you take time to consider your options, you may find the road before you opening up and hitherto unseen paths, branching into fresh pastures. You guys, I love this question. Archangel Michael asks, how did you come to be on this path? How did you end up in this situation where you are unknowingly giving your power away and not even filling your cup in return? Okay, so we're gonna look at what are some root causes, maybe what are some things on the inside that you have to be able to look at in order to clear that energy up, to be able to move in a new direction at this time. All right, thank you, Divine Spirits of Love and Light. Can I get about 3 cards? Oh, snap. It's being real. It's being real. That's not a super Gemini thing to do, but it happens. Yes. All right. Here's the thing. You stepped onto this path when an opportunity for stability came along. That's real. Okay. I'm going to paint a picture of a young Gemini. All right. In need of mental stimulation. And if you don't find that in a job, you're not going to stick around. So for some of you guys, I feel like this is all tying back to career and the opportunity that you have to create a new path for you at this time. All right. I feel like the way that you ended up on this path is that you just kind of got tired of the way that things were. You were looking for more stability, less conflict, because we have the Hanged Man, the Four of Wands. I'll show them to you because they're pretty. Okay. And then we have the Five of Wands reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, the way that you got down this path is simply by seeking stability, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But now that you've been down this path, we know that this one path isn't necessarily the best for you. If it's a path in which you're giving away your power and not filling your cup. We have an 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and that is walking away from an unsatisfying situation. All right, you guys, these cards are doing too much right now, but I do have some that are trying to come out. Okay, and I believe you guys have to think back to something that you used to love, something that used to make you happy. All right? I don't know where he goes. He just popped out. A lot of them are spilling out, but that one had to talk. You guys, the Lovers. We're getting ready to go to the Tower of the West. So I wonder if these have to do with the Tower of the West. Archangel Gabriel, love and inspiration. This Raymond Lowell, you know Raymond Lowell from Spain. Ramon Yul, I don't know how to say it, you guys. I'm going to embarrass myself. The Silver Alchemist. Alchemy is all about transformation, taking a situation and transforming it from what it is to what it needs to be in order to serve you. All right. So when he shows up in the West, having to do with love and inspiration. Okay. By the way, he's considered one of the pioneers of computer theory. Interesting. He wrote a whole bunch of stuff. That's pretty cool. All right. So check this out. Look to your greatest point of inspiration and set your compass by it. Inspiration is what keeps this cup full. What really truly inspires you. And let that be at the center of how you're moving forward at that time. That's not from the book. That part's from me. Okay. Don't allow criticisms or bad advice to rule your life. Remember that partnerships should be mutually supportive. If one or the other takes the lead, this should only be for as long as necessary before returning to a shared harmony. Endeavor to pull your weight equally without trying to be dominant. Be supportive, but don't overwhelm. Archangel Gabriel asks, what is the point of balance in your relationship? I don't really think that this means like, well, what's the point of it? So much as it means at what point do you and your partner come together and find balance? Because to me, that's ultimately what the Six of Cups represents. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and tell the story going this way. It's an awkward setup, but whatever. All right. So thank you, Divine Spirits. Those are not ready yet. Of love and light, archangels, ancestor, allies, and guides. How can we find and maintain balance in relationships for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, please? Okay. Another message is coming through with the Six of Cups. Don't forget what drew you to whatever relationships you're in at this time. Okay. I feel less, actually, here's what I'm going to say. I feel less like this is about finding balance within your personal relationships and more about finding this balance when it comes to inspiration. Because look, we've seen you as the Queen of Wands. We've seen you as the King of Wands. We've seen you as the Queen of Pentacles. Now we see you as the Queen of Cups. Somebody who remembers what is at the heart of their inspiration, what truly inspires their heart, and maybe has since they were young. All right? You guys, this message is coming up a lot. For a lot of people, all of the instability in life right now is actually creating an opportunity to go down paths that people gave up on long time ago, that are now open to them. So the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is loyally pursuing that which inspires them. That's the point of balance within relationships, is because that's what allows you to proceed, to not go back to a flighty, like, well, when I get bored with it, I'll move on kind of energy. But to know going into something that what you're going to need in order to sustain you for the long run is inspiration, is to be able to feel empowered. And those are things that you learned from going down this path that you've been on. Okay? So moving forward, this is the point of balance in your relationship to the work that you do. All right? So I think what's really important for you guys is go within, listen to your heart, figure out what it is that keeps your heart alive, what it is that lights your heart up, and how can you carry that forward with you in the next chapter of your new endeavor. Okay, whatever you're going in life, carry with you your inspiration. All right, I am now checking in with these self-care cards. All right, oh my god, you guys, am I right? Chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised where they lead you. You guys, I'm not going to pigeonhole all Geminis, but for some of you guys, I'm thinking that there's something that you gave up in order to achieve stability at some point in your life, and now you have achieved that stability. And what you're looking for is you can transition back into just having kind of fun again. All right, look how very playful. It says achievement, but it's like she's running around in the grass. Wow, I need to stop and process that. It's like she's left this little, is this a knapsack? I don't know what it is, but it's got this, it's like almost the sun or this orb that's growing inside of it. All right, you have achieved so much by going down this path where, unfortunately, in the process, maybe you gave your power away, maybe you lost inspiration, maybe your cup has gone empty, but you have achieved so much, and now you look back at that and you know what you are capable of. This green is beautiful, perfect heart energy. You can follow your heart now at this time, because you have achieved things that you have set forth. You know that you're capable of it now. All right, so if the old status quo was leaving you feeling disempowered, was leaving you feeling like your cup was empty, there is this opportunity to move forward from this beautiful, bright, inspiring place. And Gemini, all you guys have to do is pick up the wand and take control of that. I am really, really super excited for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Like the video if you're still around. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay hopeful is the other one. And thank you guys once again so much for being here. Hit me up if you would like a personal. I am running a special through the end of March. But you guys, you got this. Listen to your intuition right now when you're moving forward. This Queen of Cups is not only emotionally fulfilled, she's got great emotional boundaries, and she knows how to tune in to the voice within. All right? Take care of yourself, Geminis. I love you lots.